4th episode of KAA News. My name is Kai, and today's episode will cover an exciting event that took place at the start of this half term, the annual KAA Lit Fest. The week kicked off with an incredible talk from the explorer Matt Dickinson, who spoke to Year 10 students about his adventures climbing Mount Everest, and KAA News journalist Sally managed to secure an exclusive interview with the man, the myth and the legend himself. Throughout the week, there are more exciting events hosted by poets. So without further ado, let's check out what happened when Sally sat down with Matt Dickinson to discuss all things Intrepid.
Hello, Mr. Dickinson. How are you?
I'm very well indeed, thanks. Very good to be here. I'm delighted to be back at KAA. It's my second visit, so I'm very happy.
So, Mr. Dickinson, how do you get into filmmaking and writing?
So all my life I've been a storyteller, and I like to tell stories on film, I like to tell stories in books and also in articles as well, so I've done a little bit of journalism. And so I've always enjoyed being a creative person.
Why do you want to climb Mount Everest, sir?
That's a very good question. Why would anybody want to climb Mount Everest? It's dangerous, it's cold, you could get nibbled by a Yeti, end up as a Yeti breakfast, you could be in an avalanche, in a storm. All sorts of craziness can happen because it is a very mad mountain. And so this is a good question. Why would anyone want to do it? I think the answer is you'd have to have a love of nature and a love of wild places and a love of adventure. And if you had all those things, then you could go out and have a go.
What made you decide to put your experience into writing?
Well, I've always been a massive reader. All my life I've been reading books, all sorts of books. I've been a very adventurous reader. And that means I like all different types of books. I like autobiographies about people's amazing life stories. I like graphic novels. I'll read a bit of manga. I'll read all sorts of different novels and books about science. So I've always been a big reader. And because I've been a reader, I wanted to write. And I think that's true of most writers. They are very active, adventurous readers. And so that's why I think I began.
Do you have any advice for aspiring readers?
For aspiring writers? Yes, I most certainly do. My advice for aspiring writers would be to get started as quickly as you can. You could set up your own little blog site on WordPress, so your name at wordpress.com, that's free. And you could set up a little blog, and every month you could write a little piece, like a 500-word short story, or just a little review about a movie or a book review or something like that. And the more of that you did, if every month you did an update, some point in the future, somebody who could be influential on your career would have a look at that blog site and say, look at that, that's amazing. That pupil has been writing that blog site for 3 years. Every month they've been writing a little piece, and they'd give you an opportunity, for example, to have an internship at a magazine or perhaps on a newspaper, or a little, even it could lead to a job. So that's a good reason to start writing as soon as you can.
Thanks, Mr. Dickinson. Now let's go around KAA to see what people thought about Litfest.
What was your favourite thing about Litfest?
I really liked watching my Year 8s turn into poets in our workshop, and meeting John Agard was amazing.
Litfest is really fun, and it's a place where everybody can show their emotions through poetry.
My favourite moment was seeing the legend that is John Agard perform live.
Ooh, so much to choose from, but I think having Rap Spear come into my Year 8 class was so much fun. In fact, all the poets that came into my Year 8 classes were fantastic, and also getting to host the panel was a lot of fun for Year 10 and Year 12.
We thought Litfest was cool and fun!
Wow, what an amazing week. We can't wait to see what Litfest 2025 has to offer. Tune in next term to see the next episode of KAA News. Bye!
Thank you for watching or listening to this episode of KAA News. If you have any ideas that you think would be good as a KAA News episode, then don't hesitate to email kaanews@kaa.org.uk.